Battalion fans, and welcome back to Battalion Marching Orders. I'm Greg Bowman, and joining me this week is the man between the pipes for the troops, Joe Vrbetic. He won Rookie of the Year with the Battalion last year, the Battalion's Rookie of the Year. Now he's entering his second full season with the troops. Joe, I got to ask, just how excited are you just to know that there is a season this year potentially?
Yeah, very excited. We obviously when the season got canceled last season, we didn't know. No one knew what was going to happen. Everyone was, especially during the summer and off season, everyone was, eager to find out. So it's great knowing that there will be a season. We'll at least get to play again soon.
What have you been doing in the off season to kind of stay ready?
Just working out and going on the ice as much as possible, and just trying to get the. Just trying to work on the things that I need to work on for the off season. We, there was didn't know when the season was going to start, so kind of everyone had to, keep pretty active and try to be ready. And then now that we have a date, it's nice knowing that that when it's going to start, we can prepare up to that date.
Now, for the first couple months of the pandemic, you couldn't get on the ice. So, I'm curious, in your position as a goaltender, does that make things difficult not being able to, get into the motions of it? How do you stay flexible? Was there a lot of yoga in your routine or what?
Yeah, at the start there was a lot of stretching for sure to kind of keep active. But actually, I was lucky enough, and I got synthetic ice. So I got that put in my garage. So that was the best other option there was to real ice. So I was able to still put on my equipment and do all the simple movements for a goalie. So it was really nice to have that.
I want you to take me back to the beginning, when you first got put on skates, and then how far after did you want to decide that you want to stand in front of pucks?
Yeah, it was just, everyone on our team kind of had to be goalie. And, when I did it, everyone said that I was really good at it. And I think I just enjoyed it. And I just kind of stuck with it, and it's stuck with me ever since.
How old were you?
I don't know. I'd say probably around 6 years old, I think.
So, and was it right away that you realized that, you kind of people saying that you were good, but did you actually believe them? Did you feel like you were succeeding as a goalie?
Yeah, I didn't think I was too bad. I think, well, as a young kid, it's not really not all about how well you do. It's just, as you enjoy it. But then, as the years went on and it became more competitive, then yeah, I started to do good, and people, said that, I could, they saw potential in me. So I took that as motivation and wanted to keep going with it.
Who were some goalies that you watched growing up?
I'd say, well, for me growing up, it would be Carey Price. And even when I was younger, there was Luongo and Brodeur and all those goalies. So it was fun watching all of them play.
Which goalie do you think you most represent in your game?
Right now, I would say I think maybe Carey Price. A lot of people say I have that the calm attribute that he does, and the kind of style he plays. So yeah.
I wanted to talk about your first year with the battalion. Although it technically wasn't with the battalion, you were with the Powassan Voodoos and played 30 games with them. You did get to suit up with the troops for one game that year, though. What do you remember from that one game?
Yeah, it was at the start of the season. I think it was with the Voodoos, we were already in a few weeks of the season, but I think Battalion, it was their third game of the regular season. And I remember getting, the call and saying, you got to come play. So I was, really excited for that night. And I remember I ended up having to go in the other goalie got pulled, and I had to go in the second. And it was just, it was really exciting for sure. It was, I got to see what it's all like and what the OHL is about. So it was a really cool night to be able to play as well.
Were you put in the middle of play, or did you have the intermission to sort of prepare for it?
No, I was put in the middle of play. It was I think it was 12 minutes left of the second, and I got put in. So, and then I think right after, there was a few minutes after, it was Oshawa that we played against. They got a 5-on-3, so I don't think I let in a goal then, but I was really nervous.
It's a good way to settle you in right away, though. Don't have much time to think about it.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
And then that summer, you were able to represent Team Canada at the U17 World Hockey Championship. Just how valuable was that experience for your development? What were some of the things that really stood out to you from that experience?
Yeah, it was just it was a great experience being with all the best players in our country for my age level, and obviously playing against all the other countries, that have the best players. And it was just for me, for a learning point, it was being able to see all those guys and seeing, like, what level I have to be at to want to be the best.
And do you feel like because you got those extra reps in the summer, they're playing some pretty competitive hockey? Do you think that translated well into last season?
Yeah, yeah.
And just like take me through last season from your point of view. I mean, there was kind of an up and down year for the team overall, but you had some solid performances. Just what do you make of last season?
Just last season, yeah, it was tough, but there was a lot of things to learn, and especially for my first year, it was definitely a learning point, and just had to battle through all the tough times, and obviously there was a lot of tough times during the season when we were had a lot of losing streaks, but just had to battle through it and learn. And then by the end of the year, everyone got together and we had a really good push, and it really went well.
Yeah, what did you notice? Because there was a coaching change in the middle of the year, and that kind of, so to speak, sparked a little bit of those runs. What did you notice in the change of play from your guys? Because you're looking at it from a different perspective than everyone else is too.
Yeah, it was just it happened, and things changed with the staff, but I think as a team and myself, we all had something to prove. And we realized that if there is going to be a change, then we wanted to change and be a better group together.
Looking into this season, though, I mean, it'll be a season like no other for numerous reasons. You guys have some new additions to your team, and also you're going to come into your second full season with the troops here as well. What's something that you really want to focus and improve on in your game this year?
Just being able to be consistent. I think for me, just having last year I got a lot of games, and hopefully this year I'll be the same. But just want to be consistent in every game, giving the team a chance to win, and always showing, or always competing at my highest level to show the team that I want to win, and giving them the confidence that they need for them to put the puck in the net and win games.
Now, in my experience, goalies can be a little weird at times. I'm
Mhm.
curious, what is your weirdest goalie ritual? That it's like a pregame ritual or a ritual you have in the middle of a game. What do you think is one of your weirdest ones?
I don't really have anything before games. I'm kind of more of just a chill guy. Does whatever. But I think the weirdest thing that even people have said is before every face off in our zone, you'll see me kind of stand up and I tap my glove a few times. I just kind of try to like fix it to make it. I want the kind of the circle part of the pocket, my glove to be perfect. So I always like fix it before. But I guess it looks weird from a audience standpoint. So I think that's the weirdest thing.
What about some of the other goalies that you've met in your experiences? Have you noticed other weird rituals from other goalies?
Not really. Like right now, I can't really think of any. I just I don't. To be honest with me, I don't. When I'm with other goalies, I don't really look at what they're doing. I just kind of let them do their own thing. I'm not really picking at them, sort of thing. So
That's probably for the best there.
yeah.
And just lastly, your message to Battalion fans this season about what can they expect if they tune in?
I think they're gonna, it's gonna be a really great year this year. We got a strong players in the draft, and everyone's gonna be a year older and a year more experienced because we had a lot of rookies last year. So I think it's gonna be a really good season, and we're gonna really push for playoffs, and I think we will make playoffs, and we want to go the farthest we can. So I think it'll be a really exciting year.
The man between the pipes, Vrbetic. Thank you very much for joining us here today.
Thank you.